Hello everyone, welcome back to day 7 of my Declutter with Me in 2025 challenge. Under this mess, believe it or not, is a stove, and that's what I'm going to declutter today. Hang in there to the end when I show you how you can clean your oven without any fumes. I'm including this little cupboard, which I emptied out, scrubbed out. After I put everything back, it didn't look much different, but at least it's clean. The same with this little cupboard that's above the stove. Then I got everything off of the stove and put it away where it belonged. I found a bunch of dead flies under the fan filter. The back of the stove and the top of the stove really needed a good scrubbing. The burner pans were put into a dish of hot soapy water to soak. While I was waiting for the cleaner to work on the top and the back of the stove, I cleaned off the spots on the wall. I think it's looking a little better already. Next, I lifted up the lid and propped it up with a ruler. I lived here about 10 years before the landlord showed me that this could be lifted up and cleaned. I was reaching my hand in the holes before that. I used my old toothbrush to clean the grime out of the cracks. Most of the mess came off with an easy wipe down with a rag. That's looking better, but it looked better in the dark last night. I had to soak this mess 2 times before I got it all off, but it was worth the wait. I'm liking it better already. I'll start by cleaning the oven door. It isn't quite as bad as the inside of the oven. That's pretty gross. I no longer use oven cleaner. I don't like the harsh fumes, and I don't like that it burns my hand. And it costs a lot more than I want to pay to clean my oven. A few years back, I found that just using plain vinegar, baking soda, and salt will dissolve this burnt-on grime in a few minutes. I only used about a cup of the vinegar to clean the entire oven, but I did go through a whole box of baking soda and a shaker full of salt. It's going to be much easier to clean when I get these shelves out of the way. With the shelves out of the way, it was much easier to get at the oven. I gave it a good spray. Then I sprinkled on the baking soda and salt. Most of the burnt-on grime came off by just easily wiping it down. I did have to scrub a few spots though. After years of reaching over the oven door to clean the oven, I saw a YouTube video recently that showed how easy it is to remove an oven door. Check this out. Ta-da! Even though I'm fairly tall at 5'10", I never really reached the back of the oven to clean it. This is going to be so much better. I can't get over how easy it is to clean this with just baking soda and vinegar. Now that my oven is sparkling clean, I've got to deal with this drawer where I've been storing my lids. Looks like a lot of the soapy water ran down in here. That looks a lot better. I scraped the crusty stuff off of the shelves with a knife and easily cleaned it with an SOS pad. After washing all of these lids, I got out all of my pots and pans and looked for matches. Then I stored them together. I had 3 lids left over when I was done. And you might be wondering what I do with all the things that I don't want anymore. When I was still driving, I'd load them up in my car, and when my back seat was full, I'd go to Goodwill and donate them. But I no longer drive, and I found an easier way. I simply take a picture of the item and load it up onto my local Buy Nothing page. If somebody wants it, they just post interest under the listing, and they get first dibs on it. They'll usually pick it up within 24 hours. And now for the final picture. The clutter is gone. The oven is clean. The stovetop is clean. And that feels so good. Next month, instead of cleaning the oven, I'll pull out the stove and clean behind it. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.